Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Wednesday, March 4, 2026. In the headlines, government aims to secure new alternative market for Grenada's fish. Fort George project expected to be completed ahead of completion date. Youth advocates petition for change. Also in the news, regionally, Caribbean Development Bank unveils 2026 resilience strategy amid regional economic shifts. Internationally, key shipping hubs bracing for severe port congestion. Plus, in the sports news, the turf of dreams turns into reality for Grenadian football. And New Zealand bulldozed their way in ICC T20 final.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Hello, I'm Kenroy Baptiste with Network News. Restoration work on Fort George is nearing completion, well ahead of its projected timeline. That's according to MIT Minister Andy Williams during Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing. Reporter Deidre Seeley has more details.
Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation Andy Williams is reporting that though the Fort George Rehabilitation Initiative had been delayed for several years, it is now on track to be completed in April this year, almost 2.5 years ahead of schedule.
We started it in 2023. We are now seeing that it is near to completion only just 3.5 years after. So we have done well to beat the timeline in terms of the period from 6 years to 3.5 years. Major works are expected to end by the ending of April, and minor works should be finished or should be finishing by the ending of May. Let me just say that demobilization of contractors is expected to begin at the ending of April.
The rehabilitative efforts are part of the World Bank-funded OECS Tourism Competitiveness Project, executed in Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Lucia. Project components include establishing a ferry service for the 3 countries and improving selected tourism sites such as Fort George. In Grenada, the $8.7 million project was supposed to begin in 2017, led by the Ministry of Tourism, but did not commence until 2023, with the MIT assuming responsibility for its implementation. The Tourism Enhancement Initiative led to the relocation of the Royal Grenada Police Force headquarters from Fort George to a new facility on the Carenage. Upon completion, the Ministry of Tourism and the Grenada Tourism Authority will determine the future uses of the site.
The Ministry of Tourism and the Grenada Tourism Authority can now use the fort for different things. It can be used as, number 1, some of the suggestions, a premier tourist attraction. Number 2, a cultural and heritage site. Number 3, a sustainable income generating asset for the country. This phase will ensure that the investment translates into tangible economic returns.
The minister anticipates that Fort George will now become one of Grenada's top attractions. Deidre Seeley, GBN News.
This story to report a group of young people from across Grenada has come together to form a new advocacy organization aimed at tackling sexual and gender-based violence. Shania McIntosh has more.
Grenada Youth Against Sexual and Gender-Based Violence is an advocacy group established in the wake of the passing of Alejandra Let Hippolyte. Members say her death served as a wake-up call and a driving force behind their decision to organize and push for meaningful change. Co-founder Bevan McLean explained that while advocacy remains one of the organization's core pillars, recent cases of gender-based violence have highlighted the need for more decisive action. The group is calling for a comprehensive and systematic review of how sexual and gender-based violence is being addressed in Grenada.
Legislative reform is not the only thing, right? Penalties and re-examining perpetrators and the prison system is only one part of the process. Long-term, what we actually need is large-scale societal changes in behaviors, changes in attitudes, changes in perceptions, but that takes time and education.
Earlier today, members delivered a formal petition to the office of the Prime Minister at the ministerial complex, calling for a national review of the country's response to sexual and gender-based violence. The group has set April 9th as a responsive target, giving the Prime Minister a 1-month deadline. Group member Ruana Williams told GBN the public support is important to the movement's success, emphasizing the primary objective remains meaningful reform within the system.
Been making the effort. We want to see that. So even though, yes, we want the support, our main goal is to see change. And if the support that we're getting does not align with that goal, then ultimately we will stick with who does align with that goal.
The petition will also be delivered to the Royal Grenada Police Force, the Ministry of Social and Gender Affairs, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Ministry of Education, and the Attorney General's Office. The youth-led organization remains hopeful that its petition will prompt urgent attention from national authorities and lead to stronger systems designed to prevent sexual and gender-based violence and better support victims across the country. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
Now the news, government and fisher folk are moving swiftly to secure new export markets for the country's fishing industry. The move follows the implementation of the recent ban by the United States, which has been the main market in recent years. As we hear from Shania McIntosh, moves are afoot to explore new partnerships.
Government is working closely with the Longliners Association to explore alternative trade routes and strengthen regional partnership in the fishing industry. The disclosure was made by Minister for Blue Economy and Marine Affairs, Lennox Andrews, at Tuesday's press conference. Negotiations with stakeholders in Trinidad and Tobago have progressed significantly, and a memorandum of agreement prepared for trade. According to the minister, Trinidad importers are prepared to sign the agreement with competitive prices to be offered to Grenadian fisher folks in U.S. currency. If all proceed as planned, a vessel could depart Trinidad as early as the end of March to collect fish from Grenada.
The importer from Trinidad and the Longliners Association, and the importer has a copy of that MOU. In my discussion with him, he indicated that he's ready to sign the MOU and that he can offer our fisher folk a very good price in US dollars for their fish. And the point he's making is that come end of this month, there is a strong likelihood that the boat will leave Trinidad to come and collect greater fish. Good. So we are asking them to cope while simultaneously we are working feverishly without rest to get them back at sea as quickly as possible.
Fisherman and representative of the Longliners Association, Hoyt Oliver, noted that the organization itself is looking within the region to channel its market base through CARICOM member states. Plans are already in motion to export approximately 20,000 pounds of yellowfin tuna every 2 weeks by the end of March McIntosh.
Custom brokers consolidated in the purchasing of up to 20,000 pounds of yellowfin tuna every 2 weeks. We had conversations 2 weeks ago, and conversation continues in specification of the numbers and the pricing and transportation from Grenada to Trinidad. The markets that they are looking at is the European market and Canada market also. But it is something that is in process. It has, what should I say, excellent opportunity to materialize shortly.
To ensure fisher folk remain supported, Minister Andrew confirmed that the ministry has issued correspondence to financial institutions requesting a moratorium on loan payments. The latest development signals a major step towards diversifying Grenada's fisheries exports, while providing much needed stability and renewed opportunity for the nation's fisher folk. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
Still to come in Network News, Grenada to benefit from increased financing from a Frexim bank.
There can only be one champion. Thursday, March 12, 2026, the Karani James Athletic Stadium will become a battleground. 13 schools, one epic showdown. It's the Huggins Private Primary School Championship. Starting time 1 p.m. Students in uniform, $5. Children, $10. Adults, $20. Feel the tension. Hear the roar. Witness greatness as young athletes push their limits. It's the Huggins Private Primary Schools Track and Field Championship. Miss it and blame yourself.
The I in Ariza stands for you, our members. Your goals matter to us. When you speak, we listen and we act. That's why we've rolled out new deposit rates to help your money work harder. We're offering 4.25% on retirement accounts, 4% on educational savings, and 3.5% on 5-year fixed deposits. We're helping you save on your mortgage. Switch to Ariza and enjoy rates as low as 3.99% plus 50% off legal and processing fees. We are also making it easier to get on the road. Get 100% vehicle financing with rates of just 5% on the purchase of a new vehicle. And if you already have a loan for a recent model, we'll help you switch and enjoy better rates. And for our loyal members, we've designed the Ariza Advantage account, which gives you the VIP experience you deserve. You requested, we responded, you received.
This is the Ariza promise. Better value, better service, members first.
Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Hello, I'm leaving the house right now. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Life gets hectic. That's why I registered for myaccount.grenleg.com and chose paperless billing. It was simple. I went to the site and clicked sign up. I then tapped find my new account number, typed in my old number without the zeros at the front, and got my new account number instantly. The new account number is also in the app under the Balances tab or at the top of any recent Grenleg bill. I entered my new account number and the total amount due on my most recent bill, then filled out the profile information and subscription sections. They sent me an email to create a password and sign in. And finally, I signed up for paperless billing. And now, everything I need is in one place. Myaccounts.grenleg.com and paperless billing have really brought me peace of mind.
Industrial Park is opening its doors with prime square footage available right now. Whether you are scaling up your production line or establishing new regional headquarters, we have the footprint you need ready for immediate lease. Our newly refurbished state-of-the-art facilities set a new standard, offering premium spaces designed for modern manufacturing, ICT, and service enterprises that demand excellence. With 24-hour security, property management support, and a location just minutes from the airport and the capital, GIDC Facilities isn't just a landlord. We are your partner in logistics and success. Secure your space in Grenada's flagship industrial hub today. GIDC Facilities, the foundation for your future.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Look to the east for the coming of Bingo!
Grenada, this is the big one! Sunday, March 29th, Progress Park St. Andrew is the place to be as Megafools Promotions presents the second edition of the massive Eastside Mega Bingo! Get ready to shout Bingo! At 5 p.m. because we've got over $100,000 in cash to be won!
This is awesome!
We're talking 10 games at $5,000 each and 5 games at $10,000. Tickets are just $60 for one or $100 for two. So make it a date. Progress Park, Sunday, March 29th for the massive Eastside Mega Bingo. Brought to you by Carib. It's the way we play.
Life's about to pop. I wanna play with Cash Pop. Life's about to pop. Oh yeah, with Cash Pop. Pick your number 1 to 50. See your price right when you play. $5 a day, come win easy. Cash Pops. One number, that's all you need. Win up to 2,500 indeed. Life's about to pop. I wanna play with Cash Pop.
Must be 18 or older to play. NLA supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
A trip to Grenada from April 4th to the 6th, 2026. A decision you'll never regret. This isn't just any destination. It's where passion meets performance. Welcome to the 53rd Carifta Games, hosted at the iconic Kirani James Athletic Stadium in St. George's. Under the theme, Passion Drives Performance. The best of the Caribbean's junior athletes will compete in electrifying track and field competition. Organize now and be part of an experience like no other, where talent, passion, and perseverance come alive on the land of 100,000 Jab Jab. Feel the passion, celebrate the performance, and create memories that will last a lifetime in pure Grenada, the land of warmth, spirit, and unstoppable energy. Welcome to the 53rd Carifta Games.
Whenever happy to see me, nobody is strangers. One big family.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. This is Network News. The government of Grenada has appealed to all parties to exercise maximum restraint as it responded to recent escalation of hostilities in the Middle East. Concerns have been expressed among several parties locally relative to the effects the war will have on the region, including Grenada. Jared Joseph has this report.
The energy sector is set to feel the brunt of the effects of the escalation of the conflict in the Middle East for the economies in Grenada and the region. The cost of energy, according to Christopher Diali, will be impacted, who notes the closure of the Strait of Hormuz by Iran, which is strategic to the export of most of the oil and natural gas.
When that happens, costs for advanced countries will go up. So the cost of stuff that we import every week will go up as that heads up. That's commodities now. So there will be inflationary increases there. And of course, we will see for energy directly, the price of gas and the price of generating electricity and all of that. It will have a multiple effect across the board for islands like us in the OECS and the Caribbean.
Mr. Diali says preparation for these effects will have to start at the individual level and the ability to conserve.
So now our South and Longs, when we're heading into drought situations, everybody's expected to fill containers with water to mitigate the lack of water to use. The same thing will have to apply to energy. We will probably have to drive less, so we go to the gas pump less, so it costs us a little less to fill up our vehicles. Similarly, at home, we pay attention to our lights and our energy consumption and hope that over the next period that this is going on and the world isn't thrown into this kind of crisis, that we can mitigate the effects on our pockets.
He's expecting delayed effects to businesses. However, increases in energy costs is the anticipated outcome, as well as increased cost for shipping. The former private sector senator explains that in bringing in raw materials, goods and commodities, freight costs will significantly increase based on the length of the war.
Of course, government has the option to help by giving subsidies of some sort of nature, whether it's through GRENLEC or other things at the pump. But that is costly for the government, and the government, of course, will have to weigh if they're doing something like that, considering something like that, how long they could do it for. And then, of course, they have to keep paying attention to what is happening to the price of oil as the situation evolves.
Diali says the delayed effect is a positive for businesses, which can plan ahead and control inventory levels for adequate supply to customers.
Already seeing huge increases in oil tankers passing through the Straits of Hormuz, and now that is closed off. That is going to create even more issues with freight and the cost of getting goods to the U.S. and other major countries that we buy commodities and services and goods from. So it is going to have a challenge. Businesses will have to look at their raw materials and understand how it's going to impact in terms of supply to customers in Grenada, if the shipping cost goes up, and if there's delays in shipping because of this situation over there.
While he encourages personal lifestyle changes to mitigate the effects, the former senator notes the possible downturn of money circulating in the country due to a likely prolonged war.
I am Jared Joseph reporting.
The story to report: the African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, has increased its financing limits for CARICOM countries to $5 billion, up from $3 billion. The announcement was made at the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM in St. Kitts and Nevis. The bank said it aims to utilize the new funding within the next 3 to 4 years. A sum of more than $750 million has already been disbursed in the region, with over $2 billion in projects currently in progress. The expanded funding will support agriculture, infrastructure, healthcare, tourism, and small business development across several Caribbean nations, including Grenada. Afrexim Bank said the move is part of its broader push to strengthen trade and investment ties between Africa and the Caribbean. Coming up from us, a view at post-disaster recovery in agriculture. We'll talk about that back in a moment.
You've arrived in paradise. You felt the rhythm. Now let's make sure you say it right.
My name is Florian. I'm from the beautiful Aida Perla cruise ship. So today, like we Germans say, we are in Grenada. But I heard in English it's called Grenada.
Say it right. Grenada.
Say it right.
Grenada.
That's right.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS, land ownership, tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
At Sonova, we create human-centered technology that helps organizations work smarter and more efficiently. From software development to digital transformation, our mission is simple: to deliver digital tools that streamline operations and prepare your business for the future. At the core of that mission is Saturn, our flagship platform built for scale, automation, and AI-ready operations. Saturn unifies your digital processes in one place, making it easier to manage applications, approvals, clients, and internal workflows. It becomes the digital backbone that supports growth and smarter decision-making across your organization. If you're ready to modernize how you work, our sales team is ready to help. Call 1473-421-7724 and discover how Saturn can transform your operations for long-term success.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet? Yes, multi-X, all of them. Smart. Best value bet. Backup and multi-X. You cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account, and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store, or call 442-8602, 459-4325, or 416-8467 for further information.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
With hundreds of medical students from Grenada and other Caribbean nations currently studying in Cuba, regional leaders have moved to extend humanitarian assistance as the island continues to face mounting difficulties. More from Rena Thomas.
The government of the Caribbean Community CARICOM announced on Friday that the region will provide support to Cuba as it grapples with economic strain and infrastructure challenges following recent disruptions. The announcement was made by CARICOM Chairman Terence Drew, who emphasized that the initiative is strictly humanitarian in nature.
All parties recognize that there should be efforts to address the growing humanitarian crisis that's within CARICOM. The Caribbean community, cognizant of its very close relationship with both Cuba and the USA, and mindful of the extent to which the region can be negatively affected, is willing and to participate in any way that will redound to the benefit of the Cuban people while maintaining regional stability. I can go on further to say that the community has taken the decision as well to support humanitarian efforts in Cuba. That I can confirm as well.
This history of hardship has been compounded in recent times by fuel shortages and supply constraints amid strained relations involving Venezuela and the United States. Dr. Drew, who is the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, said CARICOM's focus remains solely on addressing the humanitarian situation. He noted that additional details regarding the initiative will be provided in the coming weeks.
With respect to Cuba and the humanitarian efforts, we are going to respond on the humanitarian end in short order, within a month. We will give more specifics on it very, very shortly, but within a month, we are going to respond in a significant way to help the humanitarian situation in Cuba.
Cuba maintains long-standing educational partnership with several Caribbean states and continues to host a large number of students from Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica, St. Lucia, and other territories under scholarship programs. Many are enrolled in medical programs at institutions such as the University of Hanover and other state-run universities across the island. Grenada's ambassador to Cuba, Glenn Noel, in a recent interview with GBN, assured the public that all Grenadian students in Cuba are safe and well. He explained that contingency plans are in place should any emergency arise.
While transport costs has become a little bit expensive, but there is transportation, there is no mass unrest, protests, and we have just, in fact, cleared the container with barrels of foodstuff for our students, and the government has been very supportive.
Grenada's Ministry of Education has also confirmed that it is closely monitoring developments and remains in active communication with the relevant authorities in Cuba. Brina Thomas, GBN.
All right, thank you so much, Rena. A two-day workshop aimed at strengthening post-disaster recovery strategies in the agriculture sector is underway. The training, held in collaboration with the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, is designed to improve the capacity of professionals responsible for conducting damage and loss assessments following natural disasters. According to organizers, the initiative will help participating states build resilience and better determine sectoral recovery needs in the aftermath of storms and other climate-related events. We can tell you too, the opening session featured remarks from Program Specialist for Disaster Risk Reduction and Recovery, Eric Lovard, UNDP Project Associate, Ramono Hamilton, Chief Agriculture Officer, Thaddeus Peters, and Consultant, Dr. Vincent Little. Speakers highlighted the growing vulnerability of the agriculture sector due to the increase in frequency and intensity of natural disasters across the Caribbean. The training is expected to accelerate effective response and recovery efforts, ensuring that farmers and agricultural stakeholders receive timely and well-coordinated support after a disaster. The workshop forms part of the Enabling Gender-Responsive Disaster Recovery, Climate and Environmental Resilience in the Caribbean project, which seeks to strengthen sustainable recovery systems while promoting inclusive and climate resilient development across the region. All right. The countdown continues to the 14th edition of Media Awards. We are now 2 days away from the auspicious evening to celebrate and honor media workers in Grenada. The gala event and awards organized by the Media Workers Association of Grenada, scheduled for this Saturday, March 7 at Pier 57. MWAC's President Calista Faria said all media practitioners were invited.
I'm hoping that people will attend. We've sent out invitations to the nominees and the winners who have participated, as well as senior members of the media have received official invitations with the facility to RSVP. But of course, it's the night for media people. And so no one will be turned away at the door, even if you do not have that invitation. You will not be turned away. You cannot be turned away because it is your night.
Faria, noting the increased participation from colleagues, is appealing to all within the media fraternity to attend.
We want to dress nicely so that we can take pictures on the beautiful background that the executive is putting, is getting. We're designing some branding that is going to depict MWAC's logo so that almost every photograph that is taken will forever have MWAC's branding in it. That's an important thing that we were trying to do this year as well. We didn't get a chance to do it in the past because of a lot of constraints. I know we wanted to, but we didn't. So this year we're going to get that done.
Network News, we'll be right back.
Payments shouldn't slow you down. Tap your phone to pay with Apple Pay or Google Pay. No need to carry cards or even your wallet. Freedom of online shopping that actually works with the Spot Pay Calypso card. Send and receive money with friends, locally and securely. Receive money from the U.S. in seconds and spend it right away. Send and spend across the Caribbean and all over the world. All with one app. Spot Pay. Money reimagined.
My name is Liselle Walcott. I am a staff nurse at the General Hospital for the past 16 years. At the Infection Control Department, we do surveillance for communicable diseases or hospital-acquired infections. We do outbreak investigations. So any issues we have, we would investigate it, find out the cause, and we would do recommendations and interventions to all relevant departments. Thus far, with Mount Sinai, we are looking at ways of improving hand hygiene. Hand hygiene has been proven to be one of the most important practices you could do to break the chain of infection. Working along with Mount Sinai, I foresee that it would be a very good thing for us. They are looking into the products that we use, the practices that we do. Going forward, we'll be able to achieve a very high level of compliance and safety across the board for everyone.
Okay, let's set the roof on fire. Step by step, raise the whole room higher. Pick up your step, don't try hard. Down, up, down like a boom bap choir. Turn out the beat up, raise up the heat. Kick up your feet like this, like that. Word on the street says you got the heat, so let's see you move like this, like that.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broad broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Camahorn Boat, a powerful multimedia production, presented at Carafesta 15, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. One big performance, only at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, 7th March at 7 p.m. The Camahorn Boat is the ship of state, Grenada, sailing to its destiny. The Camahorn Boat is a call for unity, an exciting story about patriotism, played out by Grenada's best acting talents, featuring Samuel Ogilvie, Robert White, Debbie Gilchrist, Bianchi Toussaint, Dillian Walters, and others. Come out and join us in celebrating our Grenadianness on Saturday, 7th March, 7 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Admission almost free. Advance tickets are $50, $65 at the door. Your ticket outlets: Giddens Pharmacy Grand Anse, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceline Mall, Mitchell's Pharmacy Grand Anse, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George, and other places. Bring out the entire family and enjoy a wonderful evening of Grenadian theater on 7th March at Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m.
Good evening, sporting fans. A new era for Grenadian football is officially breaking ground. This as the long-awaited FIFA-funded Technical Development Center in Seymour St. Andrew moved from a vision on paper to a reality on the field. GFA President Marlon Glean was on site as the first machines began their work. He described the moment as defining, noting that this facility will be the heartbeat of a new football ecosystem.
This project in this particular community here signifies hope. You know, right where we stand is probably one of the most impoverished areas in Grenada. But and we're coming from an era of football that we've struggled for a number of years. So I think the facility being here signals hope for Grenada, hope for football, hope for the community, because I believe with us working with the community, we'll help them and they will help us in terms of preserving the space and in terms of ensuring that our young boys and girls get an opportunity to reach their fullest potential.
When finished, this state-of-the-art harbour will be a game changer. Plans include a full-sized natural grass pitch, artificial training turf, a 2,000-seat mini stadium, and dedicated classrooms for coaching and referee education. It will also provide a permanent home for national team training and youth development programs. Tadi Alexis is the project consultant.
First phase of the project, it involves the clearing of the land, taking up the topsoil, establishing the levels. Some of the key processes that to make sure that the project stays in line We have to follow a defined schedule, make sure that the contractor stays within the scope of the project, make sure that they have the right equipment, and the monitoring progress, we monitor on a weekly basis to make sure that they stay in line with the progress.
All right, so the project, funded through the FIFA Forward program, follows months of strategic planning and a high-profile groundbreaking ceremony last November. For the people of St. Andrew, it also promises a significant economic boost, creating jobs during construction and a permanent sporting landmark for the parish. A night of absolute carnage at Eden Gardens. If you blinked, you missed it, literally. New Zealand didn't just beat South Africa, they dismantled them to punch their ticket to the 2026 T20 World Cup final. Coming into the semi-final, the Proteas were the tournament's invincibles, but Finn Allen clearly didn't get the memo. Chasing 170, Allen produced a masterpiece of controlled violence. He reached his 100 in just 33 deliveries, the fastest ever seen in a T20 World Cup, turning a high-stakes semi-final into a backyard slog. Earlier, it was Marco Jansen who saved South African blushes. The Proteas' top order crumbled under the pressure of New Zealand's spin and seam squeeze, falling to a disastrous 77 for 5. Johnson's defiant 55 of 30 balls gave them a fight in total of 169. Allen and Tim Seifert put on 117 for the first wicket, effectively ending the contest before the drinks break. By the time Allen crossed the century mark with a towering flick over mid-wicket, the result was a formality. New Zealand chased it down with 43 balls to spare, losing only a single wicket. For South Africa, it's a familiar story of semi-final heartbreak, ending their perfect streak in the cruelest way possible. The Black Caps now head to Ahmedabad for the grand final. They await the winner of tomorrow's blockbuster clash between India and England. It is setting up to be a blockbuster weekend for sports fans in the East as the inaugural Prime Minister's Cup St. David's T20 tournament reaches its highly anticipated climax. After nearly 2 months of boundary-hitting action that began back in January, the stage is finally set at the Lasajes playing field to crown a champion. The double-header event this Saturday, March 7, action will bowl off at 1:30 p.m. with the third-place playoff. The Beryl Karakou strikers will look to represent the Sister Isles with pride as they take on idlers for the bronze spot and a $3,000 cash prize. But the main event everyone is waiting for happens under the lights. At 5:30 p.m. the grand final will take center stage. St. David's power hitters are expected to bring their explosive momentum into the middle after a dominant semi-final performance. Standing in their way, Big Ben's Plumbing Rester Hall, a squad who has been the model of consistency throughout the regular season. There is more than just local pride on the line. The winner of the final will walk away with a massive $10,000 grand prize, while the runners-up will take home $5,000. Sports news for now. The Caribbean Development Bank has launched a bold 10-year roadmap aimed at shielding the region from escalating climate and economic threats. Leaders in Barbados outlined a strategy that prioritizes youth empowerment and infrastructure hardening to secure the island's future.
The Caribbean Development Bank is calling for a fundamental shift in how the region approaches development, citing a decade of decision defined by climate volatility and geopolitical uncertainty. At the 2026 annual news conference in Bridgetown, CDB President Daniel Best and senior officials detailed a new strategic plan designed to scale financing and deepen regional cooperation. He warned that the region cannot be financed or governed at yesterday's scale, with the bank moving beyond traditional models to address a gross financing need estimated at over $65 billion to meet sustainable development goals. The new 2026 to 2035 plan rests on 3 pillars: social, economic, and environmental resilience.
Will we become architects of our own resilience or remain exposed to external shocks in a world that is increasingly selective and unforgiving? Even before recent turbulence intensified, we projected that between 2024 and 2033, the Caribbean would require a gross financing need of US $65.2 billion to prevent stagnation. Achieving true resilience, climate adaptation, stronger infrastructure, and fiscal buffers could double that figure.
Right, let's bring you up to speed now with this other story on the international scene. And that story has to do with key shipping hubs in Asia are bracing for severe port congestion as the conflict in the Middle East intensifies. Vessels rerouting around Africa's Cape of Good Hope are overwhelming ports like Singapore, where waiting times for berths could reach 7 days. The cost of hiring a super tanker to ship oil from the Middle East to China has surged to an all-time high of more than $400,000 a day, while marine insurers are canceling coverage, forcing operators to seek policies at higher premiums. The disruptions are expected to increase inflationary pressures around the world and pose significant energy security risks for East Asian countries reliant on Middle Eastern crude. Al Jazeera reports from Singapore.
Now, the sight of lots of ships anchored here is common, but bottlenecks are beginning to build up around Singapore as shipping lines are requesting to stage Middle East-bound containers here. The increase in traffic is expected to cause significant delays, with some reports suggesting that waiting times for shipping berths could rise to as long as 7 days. Upended travel schedules is also causing what's known in the industry as vessel bunching, which reduces terminal efficiency and leads to higher costs. Now, we have seen similar sorts of situations before. Houthi attacks on US and Israeli flagged vessels in the Red Sea that began in 2023 caused similar disruptions and drove global shipping rates higher. But concerns over prolonged conflict could have a much bigger impact. The cost of hiring a supertanker to ship oil from the Middle East to China right now has risen to an all-time high of more than $400,000 a day. Marine insurers are also canceling coverage for some vessels, forcing operators to seek policies at much higher premiums. This can add hundreds of thousands of dollars to a single voyage. All of this is expected to increase inflationary pressures worldwide as higher freight rates and insurance costs are passed down the supply chain. It also poses significant energy security risks for many East Asian countries that are heavily reliant on Middle Eastern crude. Analysts are warned that if the conflict spreads, maritime choke points could become more volatile, prolonging disruptions into the second half of this year. For key ports like Singapore, the challenge is maintaining efficiency and resilience in these uncertain times. Patrick Falk, Al Jazeera, Singapore.
A reminder of the headlines right after this. A reminder of the headlines. Government aims to secure new alternative market for Grenada's fish. Fort George project expected to be completed ahead of completion date. Youth advocates petition for change. Also in the news, regionally, Caribbean Development Bank unveils 2026 resilience strategy amid regional economic shifts. Internationally, key shipping hubs bracing for severe port congestion. Plus in the sports news, the turf of dreams turns into reality for Grenadian football. And New Zealand bulldoze their way in ICC T20 final. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste in the Grenadian capital. That's it for now. Good night.